Okay, I don't know if this is going to make a difference. Sorry about that. I tell you, I've had a really weird week with things too. Like, I'll get an email, I'll read the email, I'm like, okay, I understand what the email's saying. Like, I got it. I respond to the email, then someone responds to me like I didn't understand the email. Very odd. Something about technology. I was doing my class with my student, all of a sudden my mic wasn't working. And then it kept getting, instead of live video, it was going to my name. Like, strange things have been happening. Let me just see if I'm getting people. I see Cheryl, I see Shannon, it says watching. Swipe left to reveal comments. Swipe left. Okay. It says swipe left. This is going to be really challenging if I'm going to give some readings and I can't get a yes or a no. But let me just, oh, hi, Valerie. Sorry about that. I have no idea. Yes, I can see Cheryl, I can see your comment now. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I can see that. I had about 7 people. I might have lost a few people after that. I'm so sorry. I've had weird things with technology. It happens. But why? Why almost every day? Patience, patience. All right, I got the message. Work on the patience. Now I'll just see if yes, I can see them now. Thanks, Jane. I don't know what that was. Maybe it's when I put my phone into my, I don't even know what you call it. My iPod holder. I don't even know what you call it. Sorry. Maybe I touched something and it blocked them. But now I can see. Hi, Jane. Yes, I can see them now. Awesome. Thank you, Larissa. Yeah, I'm back. Does anyone have any questions or comments at all? Anything mediumship about your guide? Anything metaphysical at all? I'd be happy to give you my input and what I've learned. Jane. Oh, I did the candle staring the other day, got some good, and oh, awesome. I love that, staring into a candle. You can do that too where, I forget what you call it. It's called something, but you can also stare into, like, if you've got like a crystal ball, or there's certain gems they recommend. Like, if you can see this one, there's all these little kind of, I don't even know what you call them, little marks and things in the crystal. You can actually stare into like a quartz crystal too. It kind of helps you to get into an altered state. There's Kristen. Hi. Hi, Siobhan. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm glad we're back. Okay, we're back. We did it. Somehow it got fixed. I don't know how, but it did get fixed. Any other questions or comments? I mean, I've had, wow, this has been a really interesting week for me in terms of, you know, sitting in the power, connecting with the divine. It's been very, I don't want to say overwhelming, but very, a whole new level. That's what I'm going to put, a whole new level. And you always think, you know, I'm there. It can't get any better, can it? And it does. It just gets better and better and more expansive and stronger. And I mean, it's just unbelievable. I don't even know how to put it in words. I was like shocked. I was actually shocked and frightened at the same time. Connecting with the spirit world the other day. It was like shocked, enjoy, a little scared. So I'm still kind of processing all those things I experienced the other day. Jane said, my guide is George. He is my only guide. He said, absolutely lovely. Isn't that nice? Yes. Awesome. Yep. And I just have a couple guides right now because I'm doing some other things. So I have a guide for healing. I have a guy that does the mediumship with me and the platform work and the philosophy. Then I have another guy that's kind of joined the group, and he's kind of like the manager. That's the only way I can describe him. It's like he gets everybody together, right? So we're like co-creating together. So, and they're all awesome, all awesome. And like I've mentioned before, they will change when needed. if they fulfilled kind of their role with you and you're learning something else, and it's like, oh, you need somebody else to help you with this. This isn't my specialty. Somebody else is very likely to come in, which has happened with me. And I think I mentioned my original guide, who was the one when I was doing the candle stairs, staring at the candle flame, and I heard his booming, "It's about time." I was like, ugh. I've never forgotten that. I worked with him for years. And then he said, you know, I've served my purpose. We've done what we can do together. It's time for me to go and help others. And when he left, I was devastated. I still think about him a lot. I just, hi, how are you doing? They're like family members. My guides are like family members to me. Yes, and very off, right? Empath. So you're very sensitive, Jane. You pick up on other people's emotions. So, you know, it's really important to just kind of be aware of that and kind of have your boundaries in place, do your clearing and cleansing and all those things. So it'll be very easy for you to pick up on other people's energies. So it's important for you to be able to discern energy. What energy is yours? What is someone else's that you've picked up on? And it's tough. And I've, as a child, I was an empath. My youngest daughter is, and it's challenging when you have a young child and they're an empath. It's very, very overwhelming until you understand how it all works. But absolutely. And if you so choose, an empath, you know, would kind of has the starting plate, the base or a good foundation to do perhaps mediumship or to be a psychic, or perfect to be like a nurse or a healer. A teacher would be a perfect kind of career. I mean, even working with animals, just think of tuning into the different energies and what you do, but you've got to be careful not to get burnout. That's the biggie. Don't get burnout. Yeah, that's a challenge with empaths. Kind of getting burnout, being overwhelmed, that up and down, Any other, I'm hoping I'm still getting comments. All of a sudden I've kind of frozen. Any other questions or comments? If not, I can get started. Oh, hi, you're back. How are you? Any questions or comments that you might have before I do? Hi, Lisa, how are you? Before I do some readings. Shen, I think I want to work with Aunt. Yes. Oh, I'm with you. Aren't animals incredible? They're incredible. Their energy is incredible. And it's so much more accessible than human beings because we have just so much baggage and all these emotions, and animals are just straightforward and clear. And I love animals too. Oh, hi. Hi, Lisa. Unconditional. Absolutely. And you, I can't say enough about animals. Absolutely. And at one point, I was thinking I was going to be a veterinarian, and then I changed my mind. But I've always had a pet. My whole childhood, I've had a pet. And people would say, look at Wendy out there in the front lawn with that rabbit. She's talking to that rabbit. That rabbit's following her around. I think that rabbit understands her. And he did. And I loved him. And I still love him. And my first dog comes through a lot of times. Mediums will bring through my dog. And he'll assist me when I do pet readings too. My beautiful little guy. So absolutely, pets are awesome. And even if you decide to go into like pet communication or pet mediumship, you can do that too. Absolutely, that's something that's really important. And could you imagine doing rehabilitation with animals and being able to tune in with their energy? Wouldn't that be the most incredible thing? It's funny talking about animals. Valerie, I know my dog too. And my husband's like, how did you know that? I said, I just know. He like tells me. I know what he wants. My husband was like fascinated how I knew all these things. We're talking about animals. We have a beautiful kind of like a gazebo with a nice couch out by the pool. And lo and behold, what's there? A great big bird's nest. And then I went out and I'm like, oh no. Did they lay the eggs? What am I going to do now? And then every time I go out, big robin comes and just watches me. And I know it's mom. She's like, what are you doing? What are you up to? So I'm just kind of feeling into that energy. And it's like, you got to tell me, like how long are you going to be here? Because I'd really like to be able to sit on my couch and read a book and enjoy the good weather. So I've got to do a little bit of research about that. I'm really nervous about moving the nest at this point. So I'm just kind of trying to connect in with this robin, but I'm there, she's there immediately. Like there she is all the time. Jane said, I do dog transports for a local, oh, isn't that beautiful, Jane? Thank you for doing that work. Oh, that's so, for the vulnerable, just beautiful. Lisa said, I used to work with the horses and my daughter works with that. Oh, at the vet's office, we love, oh, look at us all. We all adore animals. Isn't that, how can you not? How can you not? I mean, they have such I don't know, is it gentle? A gentle spirit? I just love them. I remember when I was down in Toronto, when was it? Was it last summer or the summer before? I think it was before COVID anyways. And dogs would walk by and I was sitting on the bench with my husband and I was tuning into the dog and I wanted to see if they would turn and look at me. I'm like, that one just heard what I said. Look at that. Because he stopped and he turned and he looked right at me and his son was like, come on, come on. So it was the coolest thing, just kind of feeling into their energy. Oh, and I met this is funny about dogs, sorry. I took my dog to the trails. Was that yesterday? Yes, I think it was yesterday. No, Mother's Day with my daughter. And we met a Dalmatian, beautiful Dalmatian. His name was Dominoes and he looked like a domino with a little black polka dots on him. And I said to the owner, I said, oh, this is my dog Hamlet. I said, his eyesight isn't very good and he doesn't hear very well. And she said, don't worry, Domino's deaf. I'm like, guys, compadres here, best buddies, you understand each other. I just thought that was so unusual that her dog had the same issue as my dog, and they loved each other. It's like they got each other right away. Jane, you're welcome. I love it. My daughter's a vet tech. Ah, lovely. And you know what? It's funny. I was just at the vet today getting my dog's flea and tick medication, and they have a big sign in the office saying that they're short of vet techs right now. It said, please be patient. There's a shortage of vet techs. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Cheryl, animals and absolutely. And they're very similar too, like just feel into those plants, They all kind of like, they have a different kind of like vibration. They have like, they have a different kind of purpose. And I have a whole variety of plants. I just love them. And since I started talking, like I said, to my lemon tree, it's been just, woo! I got so many lemons that are coming through. I had a little chat with my lime tree. He's a little behind. I moved him and I'm going to go check on him today to see how he's doing. Lisa, I have a great big white German Shepherd. Oh, he's a big baby. Laugh out loud. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, pets. I almost feel like, oh, now I feel a bit of pressure here to get pets today. I don't know if I'm going to get pets today or not, but absolutely, pets are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Any other questions? It's almost 4:30. And then I'll just kind of take a deep breath, including me, just kind of relax, get into your heart space. And just a reminder, the event will go to about 5:15. And I did mention, no one said anything yet. I was thinking of kind of maybe staying to this time or maybe a little earlier. It just helps me. My husband works a lot of nights and there's only so many nights I can spend with him. So it just helps me if I could do it earlier in the afternoon so I can spend time with my husband, especially during the summertime. So you can let me know if that would work for you. I don't want to play around with the times too much, but something to think about. What else did I want to say today? Yeah, just again, you just listen to all the messages. The messages, it's fine with me, said Jane. Oh, thank you, Jane. Just again about the messages, I want everyone to listen to the messages, even if you may not necessarily get one, because there's healing in them for everyone. Oh, look at Lisa. I will follow you whatever time works for you. That's so nice. Valerie, I love this time. So you like it. Good. It helps me a lot. And then I'm not kind of waiting around. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I can't go. I got to stay. And it just frees up kind of my evening. My husband keeps saying, can we go out for dinner? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. Can we go? Sorry, I can't today. So I'm always saying, I'm sorry, I can't. So if I can free that up for him for a bit, that would be awesome. I forget what I was just saying here. What was I going to say here? I was going to say something. I can't even remember what I was going to say. Sorry. Yes, just about the healing messages. And if you can take 80 to 100%, if you can say yes, and then I'll work with you. And my goal is, and to do as many readings as possible. So I have 8 people. So wouldn't it be awesome if I could get everybody a reading today? We'll see how that goes. Okay. So I'm just going to remind you that my intention is to work in service for spirit with the for the highest good of all involved, right? The audience, the communicator in the spirit world. So everyone, and even myself, for the highest intention of me. Okay, and I'm just doing this to confirm that consciousness does survive. Oh, I can't say the word survive. Does survive death. We may lose our physical shell, but our soul is eternal. Our relationships are eternal. It's just so exciting to think about that. And just a reminder, everyone does have the ability. We all have our intuition. We all have psychic ability, and that's what's needed to communicate with the spirit world. I believe strongly in being educated or finding a mentor to learn mediumship. I think that's really important, but we all have that potential to be a personal medium for ourselves or to be a professional one if we so choose. All right. So I think I'm all ready to go here. Hi, Kelly. How are you? All right. Okay. Okay, the first communicator I have today is a gentleman. I want to say an older gentleman. And it's so funny because he comes through highlighting his really bushy eyebrows. Kelly says, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. I almost missed this. I learned by watching. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here, Kelly. So he's got bushy eyebrows. So he's just emphasizing his bushy eyebrows. And I feel like his eyebrows are, you know, when they almost like point up. I don't know. They're like really bushy and they almost kind of point up. And I'm getting like a grandfather energy with him. And he's talking about, like, there was always a joke, like, we got to trim those eyebrows. We got to trim those eyebrows. So there's some joke about trimming the eyebrows. And I know that this gentleman had a great laugh. And if I had to describe his laugh would almost be like Santa Claus. Does that make sense? Like a jolly laugh. So we always kind of enjoyed these kind of like, what would you call it? Like silliness, shenanigans, antics. He really got a kick out of all these things. And I think these were things that I feel like he's referring to grandchildren. Because he's just like, he's sitting in a chair, he's laughing, he's looking, and shenanigans and antics are going on. And he's just thoroughly enjoying himself. So can anyone take a gentleman like that? Cheryl's saying it could be her dad. Okay. And wow. It's like, so sorry, I'm just feeling it. And in some way, he reminds me a bit of my dad, that kind of, like really getting a kick out of things where, just observing and watching, getting a kick out of things. It's almost like, he, in his mind, it's like he's remembering that youthfulness, that vibrance, that energy. Isn't it fantastic just watching them and laughing? And I'm seeing boys for some reason. So I'm seeing like grandsons, and they have a lot of energy and they're kind of running around, and there's noise and there's racket. And he's referring to his, I feel it's like, it's either a daughter or a granddaughter. And he's saying, my sweet girl. He's saying it like that, my sweet girl. And he's like saying, beautiful, you're beautiful. You're a beautiful, like a vision of beauty. He's saying like that, my beautiful girl, my beautiful girl. Okay, okay, let me just see what else he wants to say. And it's funny because I see his wife kind of in the background. It's almost like he's sitting on a chair, relaxing, laughing. The grandkids are running around. I feel that his wife or grandma's like in the kitchen cooking. That's the memory that he's giving me right now. And I'm like, he's using the word like hollering, not yelling, hollering, like hollering, running, playing tag, in and out. He just keeps bringing my attention to the grandchildren and that sense of liveliness and fun and how much that meant to him. Okay. And I feel that he's referring to, could be my dad, Cheryl, my daughter could do no, okay, there you go. I was just going to mention that he was, so can you take Cheryl that there's boys and a granddaughter, is that correct? Because I know there's boys too, and there's this girl, because he's highlighting the girl. Are there also grandsons? Because he's saying like boys. Hi, Diana. Yes, okay. Because it's like the boys, rambunctious, and this beautiful, this sweet, my sweet girl. That's what he calls her, my sweet girl. And it's like, oh, it's like the angels sing when he says that, you know what I mean? So you can just feel like the apple of my eye, that fondness, that, and it's more than being observant. It's almost like having that opportunity to see, what is he trying to tell me? Like that beauty, that grace, that joy from a young age and growing up. That's what he's saying to me. So I'm trying to get to what he's talking about. So it's something about this young girl. What is it? I know he's talking about her beauty, her grace. Is there some kind of like gentleness or something unique about her? Because he's just extending his heart to her, and he's saying like, she's different, like she's special. It's almost like, I want to almost call her like an empath, that she has this kind of empathic ability. That was the relationship. Okay, thank you. Because he's just like this, like she's different, She has that, like that empathy, that kindness, that he just, like this generosity of spirit. And it's funny because he's like acknowledge, I don't know what it is about her eyes. Does she have unusual eyes? Or the way she looks at you, like this knowingness? Because he just keeps like when she looks at me, he just keeps saying that. When she looks at me. Okay, let me just see what else he wants to say. And this is for Cheryl, right? Okay. And he's just saying, I'm so happy that I had those moments. I had those times. And it's funny, he's saying, don't think it was taken away from me. Nothing was taken away from me, because I had those experiences. And he's just saying, like, touched my heart, tickled my funny bone. That's what he's saying, tickled my funny bone. I just like, all this crazy. Anyways, I'm just hearing that in the background. And then he's saying, and I'm not missing out. So don't think I'm missing out because I can see them, I observe them, I'm there. And I don't know, is there an older boy? I don't know. I'm just going to say this name. I keep getting a B name. I don't know if it's connected to one of the grandsons, but I keep getting a B name. I want to say Brad. It just keeps coming back. So I'm just going to put the name Brad out there, but it sounds like a B. And I feel like he's identifying. I know it's an older male. I feel it could be the grandson, and it's almost like Brad. And there's something about special that's happened with Brad or, oh, Brian. Okay, thank you. So I was close. I got the B and the R. Okay, and there's something special right now. Let me just see what Cheryl's saying. She has a daughter now and her room is full of orbs. We know he's, there we go. All right, that makes Brian. Okay, Brian, thank you. Because he keeps drawing my attention. He goes, okay, you talked about, now I want you to talk about this B, this male with the B name, this male with the B name. Okay, I thought it was Brad, but I got Brian. It was shortened to Brad, but it's Brian. Okay. What is it about this? Is this your daughter's husband, Brian? Partner? I'm just trying to fill in who this B name is. Because there's something about maybe he's the eldest. There's some kind of like authority or there's something about him. And he's just acknowledging that he does. He's acknowledging that he likes this Brian. So there's something about, I don't know. Like he's in charge, he's accomplished something. I just can't quite get what he's trying to get to me. If you can take that. So he wants to acknowledge Brian. It's important to acknowledge him. Okay, thank you very much. A neighbor that might, okay, thank you. That's it. Like, I couldn't get the relationship. I'm like, what is this? It's like, I feel love, wants to acknowledge him, but I couldn't feel that family connection. Thank you, a neighbor. What is he saying to me? Has he, okay. And you know what? Sometimes there's a lot of similarities, Larissa, in the evidence. So please take what resonates with you. Please take that. And very often I'll find too, if there's two communicators and sometimes one will step aside to let the other one to come forward. Let me just see. And I feel that is the case here. I don't know. I feel like somebody else is there, like rooting him on. Okay. All right. Let me just see what his message is. Okay, I don't know. He's bringing oh, sorry, I'm back. All of a sudden it was disconnecting. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. I feel like it's like a car or a garage or something connected to Brian. So I don't know if he fixes cars or he got a new car or he just got his mechanic. He just keeps bringing my mind to that. Like cars connected to Brian. And I just see Brian like doing work and being busy, fixing things. Okay. And he's just saying too, he's just saying that he wants you to say hello to him. Say hello to him. Because I know he misses me. And I feel like they had chats together. Like they might have talked about, I don't know, like about... I don't know about tools. Does that make sense? Or I need this fixed. Well, I'll help you with that. Or this is how you do it. Or like, I just feel these conversations between them where they would like support one another. Like this Brian would support him. Very friendly, very friendly. Okay, so he just wants you to say, you know, say hello to him. He's going to get a kick out of this. Let him know what I'm up to. Let him know I know what he's up to. I apologize. Let him know I know what he's up to. And it's like, I support what he's doing. He's like, I couldn't come through without acknowledging you. He's saying it just like that. Okay. All right. And let me just see, just to finish. And he's like, that's why I came through. I got no biggie message. He's a funny guy, I don't know why I'm getting this image of him like sitting in a lawn chair with like, I don't know, a glass of lemonade or something and just chatting up a storm. This easygoing guy. Hey, come on, sit down. So easygoing. He's giving me that feeling, his personality. And he's saying, I don't have to have a big message. I'm just coming through and I'm acknowledging the people that I love. And he's saying, and he's just acknowledging you for a moment, Cheryl. And he's just sending his love to you. And he knows, and of course you know, Cheryl, this could not have taken place if you hadn't been here. So he's saying, don't forget your important role. He's saying, your role's just as important. And he's just saying that, the important role you played. And he's just saying, you know, continue to support the family. He's saying that. So I know your support, and I don't think it's really finances. I think it's just like being in their life, being a sounding board, things like that. Oh, maybe you want to try this. So he's like, thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing. Oh, you told him, there you go. So that's what he's referring to. And he's just thanking you for all you're doing. And he's like, look at that. Look at that, my girl. Look at that. So he's calling you his girl too. So don't ever, oh, this isn't me. Don't ever forget that. That's him coming through. Don't ever forget you're my girl too. And I got like goosebumps all over my body. All right. And he goes, what's he saying? Like, keep up the good work. Keep keeping up the good work. It's funny how he's saying that. So he's saying that. So keep up the good work. You got this. You got this. You got this. He's like, yeah, I don't, yeah, he just keeps, and I know, he's just giving me images like the orbs and the communication and all that stuff. He goes, you got this. You got this. Come on, let's work together more. Let's work together more. And I'm going to leave you with all his love. Oh, what awesome gentleman. Awesome. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for allowing me to work with your father. Oh, and he's still smiling over the grand. Boy, does he love those grandkids. He's just beaming joy and light. And he's like, I'm shining my light on them. I'm shining my light on them. He just keeps repeating that like, oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. All right, thank you. I'm really hot. I get really hot. Okay, so let me just, thank you so much. I'm just going to thank him for coming through. Oh, it's funny. He said to me, I would make a perfect Santa. I'm like, you sure would. I think he laughed when I made that connotation to his Santa laugh. You're awesome. You're awesome. It's funny how Spirit starts talking to me all of a sudden now. All right. Oh, this I'm having a hard time. All right. Okay. I feel that I have a female in spirit, and it definitely feels like an aunt. It feels like an aunt. I know this person was like in a supportive role to you. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm having I hope it's not from the, there you go, because he was laughing about this. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Cheryl. So I'm not going bonkers then, because I just saw him in a Santa suit and he was laughing. He liked that. He liked that. I picked up on that. Lovely gentleman. It's like, I want to adopt him. Lovely, lovely gentleman. I feel like I'm going to cry. Okay, just give me one. Okay, thank you. I have a female in spirit. I feel that it's an aunt. I have like an H name associated with her. H. It feels like it's a H-I or an H-E, because I'm getting like Hilda, Helen, and I know they aren't similar, but I'm just going to put it out there that I have an H. She was in a supportive role. Kind of, I don't want to say school marm, but I feel she was fairly a serious person. Like if you said serious, you were like, yeah, oh yeah, that's her. Organized, would help with like, oh, here's the way to do it, or here's the way that it can be done, or consider this. And she would almost be kind of like in the role like of an advisor in some way to somebody who's here. And I definitely, you know, I have her passing. Something about like respiratory, breathing. I'm just trying to feel in if she was a smoker or not. I just feel like pressure on the upper part of the body. And I think I feel she was conservative, fairly conservative, even in like her dress and her style of shoe. That sounds kind of funny, but in her shoe style would be conservative too. You know, like a good leather shoe, you know, with a reasonable heel, like that kind of thing. All those things would go into consideration when she would buy something. Okay. And I feel that this is, it feels like it's the maternal side. So it feels like a mother's sister. All right, what else do you want to tell me? And I feel like at some point in like your childhood, she may have babysat you or watched you, or because I just feel kind of like this cooperation between her and her sister and involvement with children. Like it's like, it's like babysitting, helping out with the little ones. I'm just kind of getting that kind of connection. If anybody can take this lady. No one's responded yet. Okay, let me just see what else she can tell me. I'm like getting auntie somebody. So you would call her auntie. You know, I see things like brushing your hair, helping with the hairstyle. She's showing me like practical things that she would, it's like memories. She feels like an older, my auntie maybe. Oh, Cheryl, did I just work with you? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so, all right. And I feel like she would be the older sister for some reason. Older sister. And like I have her like practical. Like I see her like cooking, knowing recipes, knowing how to take care of a house. Like she's just showing me all these practical things. And quite possibly, if you remember a little earlier when I was just, you know, like checking in with your dad, I felt that someone was behind him. So I feel that maybe it was your aunt. Do I have that correct? You can take, oh, Lynn can take a part of it. Your dad's sister. Okay, I was just going to say that. Could be my great aunt. Okay. But if it's not your mom's sister, she helped your mom in some way. Like I feel the support she gave to that family. Like maybe when newborns came in, I just see her around kids, this aunt. Okay, just give me a minute here. because she was drawn to a woman. So that's why I interpreted that as it's being your mother's. And I know I don't know. It's like your dad's even saying this. Her personality was different, more organized, more conservative, more, what does she want to say? What do you want to say? I don't know. She just shows me things like, I don't know why she's showing me baskets. Showing me baskets. It's like practical day-to-day things she's saying. Oh, thank you. That makes sense. So that's why she was okay, thank you. Because I'm like, there's some reason I was feeling that. Okay. And your mom is still here. Is that correct, Cheryl? Yes? And I think why... Sorry, Cheryl, your mom is not here. Okay. Because now she's talking about your mom. So that's funny. Why is she... Okay, she's talking about her love for her. That they were like, yeah, she's saying like we were like blood relatives. You understand that? Even though we weren't, she's saying it's like we were blood... I don't know what you call that saying. Is it blood brothers? It's like that, but it's like she's saying like blood sisters. We were like blood sisters. So she's just coming through to acknowledge that. So why? You know what it is, Cher? This is so funny. You're going to get a kick out of this. Because I'm asking you, like, help me with what's going on here. Why are other people coming in? And your dad's just smiling. He's saying, see, I just want you to see. You can bring through anybody you want. You see that? You can bring through anyone you want, Cheryl. So he's showing you. He's showing you how it works. Okay, thank you. It's almost like I'm not involved here. So he wants you to see this. Okay. And what about mom? What about mom? It's funny. And then it's like your dad, your aunt, then your mom. Okay, so give me something so I can confirm. Okay, okay, so this third woman, that person I see coming in, it's like we got a whole train. They're coming in together, one at a time. And it's like they're trying to prove something. They're trying to prove to you that they're there and they can come through. So I don't know, maybe you've been saying, prove it to me, prove it to me. Well, they're proving it to you big time. Okay, so what is mom? Okay, just as I'm connecting in with mom, I'm gonna give you what I get. I got an awful lot of flowers around her. I don't know, flowers. I got flowers everywhere, flowers. And she has, it's like her personality is bright and sunny, and I'm just getting flowers. If you can take that, Cheryl. And she's just smiling. And it's like, it's funny. It's almost like she's saying, I cleared the way for them because of the arrangement that was made. So she's like, I let dad come through. Because I wanted you to have that confirmation. And she's saying, so you already know, she's saying you already know when I'm around, you know when I'm there. But there's something about this confirmation with dad that you needed. So she's like, I brought that to you. It's almost like she's saying, I brought it to you as a gift. Isn't that interesting? And she goes, it's funny, she says, and wherever I go, Auntie goes. She says it like that. Wherever I go, she's there. It's like we're still like together. Like we're, isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny? Fascinating. Okay. So there's a lesson in this for you, Cheryl. Watch Watch what you ask for, because you're getting it, my dear. Talk about manifestation. And I'm kind of the bridge for you here. I'm the bridge today. So this is just awesome. Yeah. It's like, they're just showing them that they're like, we're here. We're here. It's funny. Aren't they funny? They're laughing. They have a great sense of humor. I'm going to say this, but I know you're aware of this. They're just saying, tell her, but she knows. We're happy, we're healthy, we're together, we're kicking up our heels, we're like doing everything we've ever wanted to do. No concerns, no worries over here, nothing. All sunshine and joy and beauty. And we get to see the grandkids, but like we just watch, we can just see. We just like tune in. We just tune in and we're there. We can see it. It's fantastic. It's like no appointments or let's get together here or when can we arrange? None of that. Just like immediate. And it's funny. They're almost kind of saying like they're calling themselves like the threesome or the three musketeers. So there's something funny about the three of them. So I know that they like to spend time together. I don't know. What is it? Did they play bridge or cribbage or they did something together in threes because they're telling me that. There's something that they did and they enjoyed themselves in threes. The group of them went somewhere or did something. They're just saying that. Okay. All right. Your dad's almost like the spokesman and your dad's saying, that's so nice, Cheryl. I tell people that's what it's like there all the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you do I'm going to say this again. I will say it for you because your mom just is saying like, this is the gift I brought to you. So she's just saying, I was behind the scenes. It's important you know this. And she keeps calling it a gift, and she's just smiling. And this gift is to show you how much she loves you, how much she's eternally connected to you. I'm sorry, I'm getting serious because that's how she's saying it. Eternally connected. She says, this is the proof that most people pray for. And I got goosebumps all over my body, but she's saying it just like that, Cheryl. So this is just me talking. So maybe you want to like journal this and write down the date and the time or whatever. Because she's just, how amazing is this? How amazing this gift that came through for you. And everyone, and your dad's just nodding like, it's her time. And he's saying, it's true. It's true. It's true. Isn't she marvelous? It's true. And they're just all nodding. And I'm going to leave you, Cheryl, with all their love. And my goodness, this is an awesome reading for me myself. I did a lot of learning in this. So I'm going to jot down some things also. I learned an awful lot about the spirit world. And I've never seen, I've never felt or experienced so much commitment from family members to come through to connect with their loved one. So God bless them. God bless you. I'm going to try not to cry. Just the intelligence of the spirit world is just, I can't even put into words. But thank you for this opportunity, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. It's almost like they're having a little party there. It's like they want to stay. Okay, but I'm going to kind of... And they're my kind of people. That's why they're hanging there. They know that. They're right up my alley. I could spend the whole day with these people. And they would make you feel welcomed and loved and joyful. Okay. I'm just gonna let them go now. Okay. Whew. Lovely, lovely people. Yeah, Cheryl's like, I love it. Thank you. We could cry together. Absolutely, because I could just feel their compassion and love. And wow, really touches my soul. Okay. 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 I'm aware of a gentleman coming through, and I have the name Matt or Matthew connected to him. He's not elderly. I know he's not elderly. He has some, like a youthfulness about him. And I really feel that he enjoyed sports, and he's bringing to my mind for some reason golf. I have golf. And what's he saying about golf? It's almost like, you know, I don't know if he was a fanatic about golf, but he's saying, you know, just getting outside, you know, being with friends, you're in the fresh air, you know, all those things meant an awful lot to him. And so, I feel like who's he referring to? I feel like he's referring to his buddies. His buddies? His buddies. I just keep getting buddies. Buddies. Good times. Lots of laughs. Funny stories. Hi, Corrine. How are you? She says, good afternoon. And it's funny stories. Like, I don't know. What is this about? Sports stories? Like, what is this? Like a hole in one. Poof. Right in the pond. It's like funny stories about that. Having a good time. Laughing. So, if someone could recognize a gentleman who enjoyed golf, and I think he would do it. Did you do it? He must have done it fairly regularly because he's using like the green. He's giving me all these terms and showing me all these different things. Okay, talking about the green. I was talking about putt. Is that golf? Like mini putt? Mini putt. Okay, what else do you want to tell me? He's saying that he went before his time. So he went younger than expected. And I'm going to say right now, I'm getting like an age range. And I could be a little off here, but I'm getting like 50, 60 age range. And it's funny because he's saying like, could be my fiance, I have his son, Matthew, but he didn't golf. Okay. So there might be something symbolic about the golf. Okay, thank you, Glinda. Could be my fiance. Can you take that age range about 50, 60, or am I off? Right age, perfect. It's for you. I'm not sure what the golf is. He might just be trying to get me. Can you take like that? He had friends or buddies and they would spend time together, like socially. Like, you know how men would get together, they go to the baseball game, they play golf, they go to hockey, I don't know, they go watch the soccer game at the bar. There's something about buddies and getting together. Okay, thank you. So I think he was just trying to get me to say buddies. Okay, because he's saying that they were very important to him. Very important. He's really emphasizing these buddies. Okay. And, okay, I just want to feel into, okay. I'm seeing lots of laughter and fun, lifting his spirits. And, okay, I'm just going to say this. I'm just trying to get him to give it to me a little stronger so I know for sure. But I feel that, and tell me if I'm off. It's okay if I'm off. I could be off. But I feel like the upper chest, some issue with the upper chest. Can you take that, Glinda? I almost feel like, was it like a heart attack? Was it a heart attack? I don't know. Yes, a heart attack. Okay, so I'm right on with that. Okay, thank you. Because he said that to me. And he's like, wow, like you just don't expect it. That's what he's saying. You just don't expect it. You don't expect it when it happens. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's a shock when it happens. Oh, sorry. No, not a heart attack. Okay, so I'm off on that. Okay. Is it something about the chest or something that it was a surprise or it was a shock? It was a chest issue. Okay, thank you. Because he's just the chest. Okay. And there's something about being a surprise. Is that correct? Because he's saying like, it's almost like when it's happening and you're like shocked it's happening. I don't know what he's trying to get there. It's almost like he's like kind of like an out of body experience or something. Like it's happening and you can't believe it's happening. It's almost like that. Like your mind is okay. Let me just find out what else he wants to say about this. His chest. Can you take Linda? Shock. Thank you. That's what he's trying to tell me was a shock. Okay. That he was shocked because he's like, yeah, like, okay. All right. I want to see if he wants to tell me more about that. Is it, what is this? Is it, what is this? I know it's something to do, like I know it's the chest. I feel like it's something to do with, it affects the breathing. I know that. That makes sense because it's connected to the chest. But is it, what is it? I'm just trying to get him to tell me here. I feel like there's some kind of issue, like a malfunction or like with an organ. Oh, I know that sounds really vague there. I'm so sorry. But can you take something like, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be really honest. I'm going between two things. I'm going towards, it feels almost like it's lung irritation, almost like lung cancer. So I'm getting that kind of like irritation, breathing, it hurts, that kind of thing. So I'm getting that, but at the same time, I'm still getting some kind of like connection to the heart. So I don't know if it's the heart not pumping and not getting enough oxygen, or there's some malformation in the heart or arrhythmia, or I'm so sorry, I'm getting a whole bunch of things here with the upper chest. I don't know if you can confirm any of that for me, Glinda, or if I'm totally off on that. In the meantime, I'm going to see what else he wants to tell me. He's saying to me that he had a bit of time. Is that correct? Because he's talking about like he had a bit of time so he could put some things in place. So I don't know. It's almost like paperwork. Oh, okay. Primary cancer was esophagus with mets. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. I'm doing a lot of learning today. So this is a kind of passing, I understand. Esophagus. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Because I could just, yeah. Okay, thank you. And can you take Linda that he did have some time? Because it's almost like he's saying to me, he put things in, oh, there we go. You just said he had time to put things in order. Okay. Because he's showing me paperwork. He's talking about talking to people. And I know the two of you had, he's just talking about a heart to heart. And boy, there were a lot of tears. There were a lot of tears. And he's thanking you for your support. And he says she'll understand that. She'll understand that. How you were just, he's telling you like a pillar of strength. That's what he's saying. A pillar of strength for him. And he says, and he's just talking about how, when you get that kind of diagnosis, it's almost like the world isn't as clear as bright. Do you understand that? I don't know why you say like shadowy, like it's kind of like you're, oh, like what do I do now? Like your whole world changes. He's just kind of giving me that impression. Okay. All right. I just want to see what he wants to say because he came through. Is his mother still here, Glinda? His mother? Because I keep hearing him say mother. So I'm just trying to feel into, does he mean his mother or are you a mother? So I'm so sorry. I should be making you answer those questions. So yes. So his mother's still here. Okay, because I heard him say mother. And I know, because he's saying this, he's saying, did you recently connect with his mother for Mother's Day? Because he's just acknowledging this. I feel like there was you talked to her or you saw her. You may even have given her flowers. And I feel like it's somewhere around, he's talking about this. Have you recently seen his mother? He's acknowledging that. Because he's just saying mother, then he's talking about like an occasion, like a get together, and he's talking about flowers. So no, I haven't seen her in a bit. Oh, she's old time. Oh boy. Okay, okay. So I understood. So I was going in two directions there. So it was either you have done that or it's almost like he wants you to do that. So I don't know how far away she is, but there's this feeling that he would like you to go and see her and give her flowers. Okay. And he's saying, even though she may have Alzheimer's and having challenges right now, her spirit will be aware that you're there, right? She'll be aware of your energy. So he's just saying that. And then I just hear him saying like, I love you, Mom. It's like, I want you to say to her, I love you, Mom. He keeps saying that. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. And I don't know, it's important. I feel that it's important that you know this because he says that he's looking out for her. He's aware of Mom. He's looking out for her. He's going to make sure, divine timing, and whenever she transitions, that he's going to be there and make it gentle and sweet for her. He says it's going to be gentle and sweet. And it's funny, he's like apologizing. He says, I'm so sorry that, it's almost like he's saying, I'm so sorry that I surrounded you with loss. There's something about loss, and he's apologizing for that. How he left, and now his mother, he's apologizing for that. It's almost like he's saying, that I brought, and I'm going to say, because he's saying it like this, he's saying like I brought bad luck in a sense. Do you understand that? So he's apologizing. I'm sorry if I brought bad luck to you. Do you understand? He's saying that. But he's not, I don't think he really, okay, let me just feel into that. It's not like he's just acknowledging that feeling, like his regrets. I'm sorry that I brought this into your space, into your life. So he's just acknowledging that, like, I'm so sorry that like I was the one, like that was never my intention, or he's just saying that, like making, like in some way, like making amends. It's important for him to be able to express this to you. And he's just saying, because no one really knows how much time they have. And he's saying, you know, remember, live your life to the fullest. He keeps saying that, live your life to the fullest, because no one knows how much time they have. And he says, you know, I love you. I'll always love you. You know that. And he's just being like really serious. And he's bringing my mind to, I feel like it's like a photograph. It feels like it's a photograph of the two of you. And I don't know, I feel like, and I know he's saying to me, he's saying, I wish that photograph of the two of us was the two of us at our wedding. That's what he's saying. He's saying it like that. I wish it was our wedding photograph. He's saying that. But I feel there's some kind of photograph, and I don't know if you joked about it. Like, oh, this can be our wedding photograph, or there was some conversation about this nice photograph where you're dressed up, or something about this photograph he wants me to talk about, and that you're going to be aware of what that is. So he's saying, you know, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to cry, but he's like, let's see if I can just put this into words. He says, he's like saying, like, I'm so sorry that I couldn't fulfill that dream for you. That's what he's saying.